I'm the physiotherapist here at the Center for Natural Pain Solutions. Today, I want to show you my go-to assessment techniques when I see clients at the clinic and the things I do to keep my body in check. So the first thing we're going to look at is seated trunk rotation. You're going to sit at the edge of your seat and you're going to twist to the left. You're going to note how far you can turn, and you're going to note any snags in your system. Tight areas that are talking to you in your back or really anywhere in the body. So how far you can turn and what you feel. Then you'll test the other direction. Next self-check, figure 4 stretch for your hips. Like you're gonna just cross your leg like so. You're gonna lock the ankle, that protects your knee. And you're just going to lean forward, noting what you feel, pain, tightness, where things are limited. Now, some people can't do this figure 4 stretch, so an alternative check is you're just gonna clasp your hands and you're gonna pull your knee to your opposite shoulder. Make sure you're sitting up tall when you do that one, and you're gently pushing your knee into your hands. So those are your self checks. Let's see what your body is doing today, how it's talking to you. So you've done your self checks. You've learned you can't twist as well to the left, and maybe your outer hip is really tight. You feel your outer hip and your outer leg. What can you do? Stretches aren't cutting it. We can get access to all the nerves of your back in your feet. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna massage your feet to see if we can change our mechanics in the hip and in the trunk. So you feel things outer part of the leg, we're gonna massage the outer part of the hip. Do you feel things a lot in the inner leg? You're gonna massage the inner part of the foot. So I'm just gonna use a loop today as my tool, and I'm gonna start going on the outer borders of my feet. I'm gonna get kind of between the bones. I'm gonna get between my toes, noticing any really sensitive areas. Really get around that heel bone and then the Achilles, a lot of nerves there. And you know, it's actually the nerves of our feet that communicate to our brain and spinal cord how much tension to hold in our whole system. So really, I would argue the feet are more important than even your core. See all the wisdom you can find by massaging your feet. So you've noticed in your self-check that your right outer hip is stiff and maybe you don't twist as well to the right. You feel a lot of tension in the right side of your back. What are you gonna do? You're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna massage the outer part of the foot. Okay, so I'm gonna use my loop today. You're gonna go across the tendons of the foot, noting any gritty spots. It can be quite sensitive, so make sure you're breathing and it's within your pain tolerance. You're gonna get around your ankle bone, lots of nerves there. These, of course, are the nerves that come from your back. So by improving the flow of your nerves in your feet, it can actually help your back. You can floss your toes or get between your toes. And you're just noting what you feel. Now, if the loop is getting a bit much for your foot, you can use a sock. You can use the flat part of your hand there. I actually like to use my hand. Anything. Make it feel good and see what you notice. So you've done your self-check. Maybe you weren't as successful with the foot massage. Might be hard to reach the feet. What else can you do? This is basically a massage tool. It's like a fancy hairbrush that has a flexible handle. Works great. So first we're gonna wake up the nerves of your legs. Branches of the sciatic nerve, nerves that come from your back. So you can use your hairbrush. If you don't have your hairbrush, you can even use your fist. I'm gonna use my tool, and I'm gonna go on the outer part of the leg. Just above the ankle, there's a nice acupuncture point there where the nerve is exiting. Might want to spend a bit of time there. You're going to work up the leg, right by your knee joint, just below, another great acupuncture point to stimulate the nerves. Better nerve flow in the legs equals a happier back. Outer thigh, right in the middle of that outer thigh. Ooh, it's another doozy, quite sensitive. You can go in there, and you can go into the outer part of the hip. Now, if you have a lot of tension through the front of the leg, you may want to look to the front of the hip here. And then you're going to go all along the front of the leg, front of the shin. Carry on into the inner leg. Nice way to wake up the nerves. Feels great. There you go. So just to summarize what we just did, I got you doing your self checks, seated trunk rotation, twist to the left. Note how far you can turn, as well as what you feel. Check the other way. We did the figure 4 hip check, like so, leaning forward. If that was tough for you, we clasped our hands and we pulled our knee towards the opposite shoulder. Then we learned 2 quick and dirty tools we can use to help improve the flow of your nerves. Happy nerves in our feet and legs make for a happy back. So sometimes if you've just been focusing your treatments, your exercises all on your back, you might be missing in on connecting with the nerves of the feet and the legs. So the foot massage and using the whacker is a great way to kind of keep things flowing and keep you in balance. Hope you learned something today.